Plans for the month of October are to do Runeterra stuff every morning and different variety games every evening. We're going to continue our playthroughs on things like Morrowind and Horizon Zero Dawn that I've been enjoying exploring for RPG games. And I'm also going to take a smattering of other variety submission type games that look interesting, both from sponsored stuff from some different companies and then also viewer submissions. So this is a turn-based roguelite from I'm blanking on the company name, but this is was a viewer submission. So I've not played this before, so let's go ahead and dive on into new game here and see what we can do. Discovery mode, you'll be able to retry when you lose and save and load whenever you want. You cannot reload to previous situations, and when you lose, it's game over. Let's do discovery mode.
Yeah. Discovery. I don't know why it's kind of discovery mode.
Easy, normal, classic, hard, requires quite some mastery to beat, and you'll need to be prepared to face bosses or risk losing.
Okay, you need the
Evening,
bosses.
folks.
Bosses.
Evening sidetrack.
Bosses.
Impossible, very hard. All right.
You can do it on easy because you never played this game before.
Let's set it to normal as opposed to classic and see how they go.
Fighting on the easy.
On the screen, you can pick your crew. First, select a captain who will give you a unique ability. You can unlock more captains by playing the game. Then select the other slots and pick your crew members. Different members have different abilities, so choose wisely. Evening to Waffle.
It looks like you have like blue, green, red, and like yellow, Daddy.
We have scientists and a scout and a fighter. And a speaker. Speakers have silver tongues and can persuade people to achieve their goals.
Looks like you can get better at this guys on every one, Daddy. You can get better ones.
Scientists trust in the scientific method to gain knowledge about the world, gain extra research from completing challenges. Let's do a speaker for our captain, huh?
Okay, what's the next one?
Montreal's cruel mistress, assertive, intelligent, and the center of attention.
What's your next one, Pig? What's your next pick?
He is like, Declan, they think you're a real person. Are you a real person? You're not a real person? Phew, we're getting up there in this relationship. I came for the magic, but I stayed for the community and Runeterra. Magic isn't much on my radar these days. Stay safe and healthy and keep making content that doesn't add stress to you. Thank you for the very generous tier 3, Baron. Be sure to let me know a Runeterra deck that you would like to see played with that. The form on the site, as always, really appreciate that absurd level of support.
Okay.
Thank you for the 33 months. Yeah, we get to pick two more crew members.
Maybe like the red.
So we gotta pick two. We gotta pick two of these 3 people. Do we want a fighter, scout, and scientist? Which of these do we want? Do you think?
Scientist.
Think we want a scientist? I think we so too. Oh wait, do we gotta? All right, now we click here. Oh, we get to unlock lots of different people.
But you can't do them yet.
Hey, Weg, thank you for the 3/4 of a year. I appreciate that. Welcome back. So we have lots of different people to unlock. This member as captain. Okay, so you can only use these people as captain if you've unlocked extra modes, but we can pick them for crew members regardless. Yeah, looks like it.
Maybe you should do a fighter.
Yeah, I think we want a fighter probably.
Guy. Cool.
This guy.
Let's this guy by the first one, right?
The first one?
No, the second one.
The mask one?
Yeah,
He's won tournaments, or Dolores has won many tournaments but kept her identity hidden behind a mask. Now she travels the world in search of new things to punch.
Wait, you deleted the other guy.
Oh, we want a scientist still?
Yeah. But don't do that first one. You have to do the other one.
What scientist do we want?
Did that.
We want Amelia? She's a biologist.
Click.
Dolores the Luchador is great. Okay.
No.
Declan. Luchador sounds like a Declan kind of character. Start adventure.
Is that your characters, Daddy? Is that your characters?
These are our adventurers. We're going on an adventure.
They're not really adventures because you didn't pick the adventure guy.
Welcome to Renowned Explorers. I'm going to be adjusting my overlay elements here a little bit, trying to find good spots where they don't cover up anything too important as we go. Your goal is to achieve the most renown possible and beat your rivals in the race for the title of Most Renowned Explorer. Renowned Explorers uses unique concepts. To succeed in your goal, there are lots of strategies and systems you'll have to discover and master. While playing, remember one thing. Renowned Explorers is all about discovering treasures and stories, but also strategies and systems. The game has many concepts and can be challenging. Learn about concepts here or learn them the hard way as you play. Your goal is to gather renown to become the year's most renowned explorer. You'll want to beat the current #1, Matthew Revelix. During expeditions, you collect resources, gold, which can spend on equipment, status, which attracts entourage, research, which can be spent on research, and insight, which can be used to gain more of other resources. Fiora Bastion. Yeah, definitely, Baron. I'll make a note of that. Sounds like a perfectly reasonable build around. Dare I say even good. New Bastion's real good. You may not find a need for these resources immediately, but once you start preparing for the expeditions, they'll be vital. You won't get resources directly during expeditions. You'll have to perform actions that give you tokens. At the end of the expedition, tokens will be exchanged for the resource. For example, a study will give you research. Later, you can upgrade your tokens for better yields. The expedition ends once you accomplish your expedition goal. You can surely find some secrets and other treasures if you try to explore as much as possible. The hardest part of Renowned Explorers is surviving the perils during an expedition. You'll need to keep an eye on two particular things. You'll lose the game if your resolve ever reaches 0. Supplies, which are used to travel from node to node. We do have a luchador in our squad. Is luchador gender neutral, or what's the word for a female luchador? Is it luchadores? Does anybody know? I'm not familiar. We have Dolores here though, ready to punch people. Never run out of resolve. If that happens, your crew gives up and you lose the game. Luchadora. Chat. Part of chat believes it's luchadora. Is it luchadora?
I don't.
You don't know? You barely know English. You need supplies to explore. Traveling expeditions consume supplies. If you run out of them, your crew will weaken. Still, sometimes you might be worth risking to go out with further supplies. Put the camera over here so they can see you too, right? Because you're cute. Are you cute? I think you're cute. A brief summary for successful expedition. Find treasures and complete the expedition. Gain renown, collect gold status and research. Don't run out of resolve and supplies.
Okay.
An encounter is very different from what you might be used to in a tactical game. You'll be able to solve encounters not only through aggressive violence, but also devious bullying and friendly diplomacy. Well, we did pick a diplomat for our party leader. Learn about these tutorials and encounter. Alright, encounter basics. In this tutorial, you'll learn basic controls and how to win an encounter. Alright, let's do it. Let's see what gameplay looks like, huh? Friendly. By resolving the encounter with this as your dominant attitude, you will gain the following rewards. You have 0 points to this attitude.
Friendly's better. Friendly. Just so friendly.
Welcome to your first encounter. Select different participants by clicking on them with the left mouse button.
How do you move?
Got it. Now, move a crew towards your opponent. You can move your crew members by pressing the right mouse button over walkable tiles. Alright.
fighting.
In future encounters, there'll be incentives to finish with one of the 3 options. Okay, that makes sense. So, like, you get more rewards if you finish with violence versus diplomacy, etc. You've exhausted all your possible moves. Use the end turn button. Yeah, these people are who were fighting in the example.
You're just having a fighting example of fighting. Some damage.
That's not very nice. Now move your crew closer to the volunteers. Once you move your crew members close enough to an opponent, you can use their abilities to defeat your opponent. Violence is its own reward. Alright, calm down, Trump. Here, whenever you prepare to use an ability, you can preview its effects. Here's an overview of the information. Percentage chance the ability will hit or miss. A preview of the amount of spirit damage it will do. A preview of how the ability will impact the target's emotion. Different emotions have different effects. A preview of how the ability will affect the target's vibe. This positively or negatively of the target's vibe determines how they'll get positive or negative emotions. Move crew members close enough to volunteers so you can make them use their abilities.
Can't we move it close? All your crew members are right there.
Attack.
And oh, you died.
You dealt damage to the opponent's spirit through a physical attack, but don't worry, during regular play, you can also overcome unfortunate disposition through means other than violence. But for now, defeat these enemies by assaulting their spirits. Hit chance, 100% range melee. Crack him with the shovel.
So
You have dominated your opponents. I like the verbiage on that. I'm in for some domination. What's up?
that shovel will dig you up.
The shovel was a little violent, huh?
Dig that.
It's not very nice to hit people with shovels, huh? But only if they hit you with a pitchfork first, then it's okay.
No, he got digged up.
If you know how to use your abilities to win an encounter, the next step is to look at your attitude. As mentioned before, there is more than one way to win an encounter. We have friendly, devious, and aggressive attitudes.
Pick aggressive first.
In Renowned Explorers, you won't only enter encounter to do battle. This is also where diplomacy and bullying takes place. Your crew can resolve an encounter with 3 different attributes: friendly, devious, or aggressive. Resolving an encounter with different attitude affects the course of your game and your rewards. The outcome UI in the top left shows what consequences there are for having a dominant attitude in the encounter. Let's take a look. For resolving this encounter with dominant attitudes, you'll gain the following rewards. It doesn't look like there's any specific rewards. What's going on, Pikes? Thanks, physicist. Yeah, if I'm being honest too, like, the fact that we're, like, even entertaining doing custom ban list tournaments really kind of speaks volumes. You'll be a dummy, you'll be okay, you'll be amazing. Okay, so that's what they're referring to. They're not referring to the bonuses here, they're referring to these little icons. Yeah, just the very fact that, like, we kind of feel it necessary to do custom ban list Magic is, like, kind of speaks volumes to, like, issues I've had with Magic in general recently. As you can see, you'll want to avoid in finishing the encounter with the aggressive attitude. Bad consequences are marked with a red skull, while positive are marked with green crosses. You want to be friendly or devious, so how do we act upon these different attitudes? To solve an encounter with a certain attitude, your crew members have different abilities. In the abilities tooltip, you can see what attitude they have. You notice the first ability is always aggressive, the second one is devious, and the third is friendly. Yes, bud. Am I gonna play this game tomorrow? No, just tonight. You all done? It's gonna be bedtime for you soon, so love you, bud. I think this one, the start here might have been a little wordy for Declan. He's a little bit more fire portals and jump into them type kid. Sadden? Target becomes saddened if it's negative, giving 25% speech. Impress. Target becomes impressed if positive, giving minus 25 speech to fetch. Can heal an ally spirit by 35% times speech. Ryom! Thank you for the 2 entire years of support in the very generous tier 3. Put this towards the Trundle bundle and have a good night. I would be happy to play. I assume that means Harrowing Trundle. The Trundle bundle. Get that. Be happy to get that added. Using an ability on your opponent influences the attitude, which you'll end with. Attacking makes you aggressive. Terrifying will make you devious, etc. Try out an ability on the opponent. Take notes about changes the outcome UI top left. Damage the opponent's spirit with an ability and take note of how it will... I think the way when we ended up wrapping up today, Hamblin, I think I ended up wanting to stick on Spacey Sketcher, and we added some goats to make gems with to make her a little bit better, because gems also worked well with Braum. Damage the spirit. Is it telling me to do a melee attack? Is basically what it's telling me to do. Look at the outcome UI. You can see the bar with the corresponding attitude filled up. Every ability to influence the outcome. For example, aggressive abilities count heavier than others, and defeating an important boss with certain attitudes counts even heavier. The rest is for you to find out. Now, you know how to get a certain attitude. However, that's not all there is in choosing the right ability. What you can do effectively depends on your crew. Aggressive abilities get stronger with high attack. Friendly and devious get stronger with higher speech. Aside from your crew, your opponent also has strengths and weaknesses. For example, wolves won't really care if you're nice to them. On the other hand, some people are more easily hurt with words. Take note of an opponent's armor and speech defense. It will reveal what their weaknesses are. Hey, thanks for the quarter of a year, Blue Vader. I really appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for dropping in tonight. This guy is tough and capable of taking aggressive hits. Immediately responds to your attitude. Grit, dodging attack, speech defense, has no defense against speech. If you looked at the opponent's armored volunteer, you might have seen that he has high armor and aggressive abilities won't do well. These situations can change your common tactics or make certain attitudes harder to achieve. I believe that's what we're going to do. I believe we're going to begin name calling here in a moment. Ending with different attitudes have different consequences and rewards. Your crew can be good or bad with certain attitudes. Opponents have different strengths and weaknesses. You'll need to balance out strengths and rewards. Finish the encounter in your preferred attitude, but remember there are consequences. Range, 2 tiles. Okay, so let's move to here, and then I can do this. Armored Volunteer is impressed by you and runs away? I think that's what happened. Oh, they're just like, they're no longer fighting? This also has a range of melee. Okay. You have dominated your opponents. Investigate the marked longship. This is it. You just got your own Renowned Explorers membership. Yvonne likes to make a big entrance and goes for the elusive treasure, a Viking ship. Rumors are that the boat belonging to the famous explorer Leif Erikson is somewhere on this island. Time for an adventure. Let's see what we've got, chat. Investigate the marked longship. Normally, you wouldn't be so excited about this, but you found an abandoned farm. The fields are overgrown with vegetables and even some fruit trees. You take some time to restock your supplies. Yeah, you've got 8 out of 8 supplies. We got a bunch of different directions we could go. This game's set in a specific time period. It seems like 17, 1800-ish, maybe. I don't know, like medieval time period or just after that. The crew arrives at an open theater and some villagers are performing a piece about Vikings. The director approaches you. One of our actors is sick and the stand-in is not very talented. Maybe it would be fun if one of you would play the Viking Jarl. It'd be great for the people to see a new face. 97% to succeed. It's not super historically pegged, kind of a mishmash. Medieval times when luchadors ran amok in Europe. Yvonne seems to be an accomplished actor. No lines were fumbled, and the Viking chieftain is portrayed with conviction. It also gives her a boost of speech for this expedition. The crew leaves behind a bedazzled crowd who are clamoring for your autographs. To campaign. Move this up to here. The Turf House. The crew finds some true Viking architecture at Turf House. Due to the lack of wood here, and as it provides better insulation, the Vikings built houses covered in earth. The house must hold historical trinkets. You hear a lot of noise coming from it. This big turf house is the clubhouse of the Viking Committee, a group that tries to preserve Viking history. They're having a good time with each other, but ignore you. Maybe it's because you don't look Viking enough. These guys would probably have some interesting trinkets in their position, and Yvonne ponders how you can get the best. Yvonne socializes diplomatically before asking. So we're 62% to get a new Viking member, a campaign, some study. We're 38% to get -5 speech. I like a little better than a coin flip. RNGesus, take the wheel. Damn it, Yvonne. Tries hard to fit in, but the end, nobody really likes her. She timidly explains your cause and asks the committee had something for you. The chairman doesn't really care. He then returns with something notable. We got a green runestone. That is a good find of treasure to take home. You continue to party with the Viking committee a little. Dolores even impresses with some party tricks. When it ends, you can continue exploring. The Viking boat must be nearby. Once you get there, this expedition will come to an end. You can come back to this place when you wish to continue later. Are you ready to go? We'll do this. We'll do this last clicker. Oh, she leveled up? This crew member is level 1. They have enough XP. You can level it up by selecting from the available options. Am I clicking this? That's the first. I go one direction or the other. Gain the mischievous perk. Gain the astonishing perk. Let's be astonishing, chap. So we've got 6 out of 8 supplies at the moment. The crew encounters a group of local with fake swords and helmets wearing badges saying support Viking history. We're the Vikings of days of old. Or not really, we're just actors. We're from the Viking committee and look to increase awareness of Viking history. Did you know Vikings are the first Europeans to sail to the Americas? Yvonne tells them about your search for the longship. A longship of the famous Leek Harrison here. This is amazing. We're going to send a message to the Viking headquarters in Copenhagen about you right now. There might be an encounter here. There's research to be found here. The crew suddenly gets ambushed by aggressive-looking men. These foreign fancy pants are going to take all of our jobs. Attack. Zero Smim, thank you for the 19 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Too real. Hey, Azran, I'm glad you were able to catch it. Yeah, the ending of Portal was really good. The rating in that game is just top-notch. You built this land, Jeff, and your knights will defend it till the last. Thank you for the 13 months, Hunox. I appreciate it. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. For each encounter token, you'll receive the following resources. Okay, so if we win this with aggression... If we win this with aggression, we get gold. Whereas here, we just get status. Oh, I should look at these guys and see. Doesn't look like they have armor, and they have minus speech defense. Terrify. 100% chance target becomes terrified. If it is negative, giving it minus 25 attack. I'm gonna try and punch him. Saddened. Target becomes saddened. Deride. Target becomes enraged. Heals the user's spirit 50% of damage infliction. This ability increases aggro. Should we deride them from 4 squares away? I think we can reach. Oh, we're not quite there yet. I'm not close enough to deride. That's so sad. I wanted to yell at them and tell them how terrible they are. Oh, I could have moved this way. Oh, I can't deride over the wall. That makes sense. Well, there's an undo button. Oh, there is. Look at that. Oh no, that's not what I wanted. I want you. I want to come here. I would like to deride you. The villager becomes enraged and loses it. You're going to Twitter the poor crabs people. I don't like. We're like yelling at them. I'm into it. The current mood of the encounter, the attitude of your and your opponents determines the current mood. Alright, so I used all my dorks. The villager is saddened beyond words and just wants to be alone. Wow, she really did Twitter him. It just makes him sad. Beating them is more humane. It probably is. You broke your opponent's minds. The situation solved, we continue exploring. Yvonne is baffled by the fact that these men thought that shepherding or mining was of any interest to you. You've gathered 7 study tokens. For each study token, you receive the following resources after your expedition: 4 to 6. We have lots of status. A couple of gold tokens. Did Dolores level up? I don't think so. I didn't think I saw it, but I'll double check here in a second. In your way to finding the Viking longboat, the crew comes across a rune stone. While it's not particularly impressive or well preserved, it's still one worth studying. Now, Dolores, these are at 2 of 4 still. That's a big jump. She's at 2 of 14. There might be an encounter here. Two villagers keep following you and annoying you with well-intentioned questions. Wow, you come from all over the world? You've been to London? You like Brussels sprouts? Wow. Renegade Egg, thanks for the 7 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Uncertain, not getting any vibes here. Being friendly isn't a good idea. I'll just keep annoying you. That's a good point. So you should deride them. Becomes enraged and loses it. Terrify. Alright, let's do it. Is terrified of your crew. I like that it's like, a lot of these games are just like, okay, you punch your way through everything. So it's neat that there's like, that's a line, but it's not like the only line, right? What's RPS stand for, Jareth? It takes some time, but once you tell them to move their saggy rural butts out of your way, they become sad and leave you alone. Rock, paper, scissors. Okay. Now I feel kind of bad, chat. Now I feel kind of bad. We were mean to them. The days of exploring was not that exciting, but you did manage to find some rare edible mushrooms. Okay, and now we're almost out of supplies, so you probably want to go to the boat. Yeah. Viking boat must be nearby. Oh, continue exploring. Oh, crap. Oh, crap. How do I undo? Can I go back? Awkward. In the quick thinker escape artist perked. The crew searches the hills and dales thoroughly until you spot in the distance an intact Viking boat. The crew rushes towards this amazing find. Surely it will skyrocket your reputation in the Explorer Society. The crew is stopped by a familiar face, the French explorer relic, #1 in the most promising explorer rankings. Thank you, amateur. How very lucky you are to find this fine Viking boat just after me. Under Rule 24B of the Explorer Mandate, my fellow explorers should help each other out, and I really need this treasure to affirm my #1 position. Rude.
Oh, what pick card? What pick card?
Most unfortunate, maybe you should take it up with my most intelligent and diplomatic scientist. Hello, Jacob. This game is called Renowned Explorers. We're on adventures looking for treasure.
I used to puzzle.
There's a Viking boat we're looking for. Before Yvonne can explain to Rivalek, his crew scientist Cassandra steps forward. Let's discuss this matter in easy, civilized pace, yes?
Okay. Do battle, okay? Do battle, okay? Battle.
Mobsters.
Bobby P.
Civilized discussion with clubs, yep.
That is
Primal Roar. Range 1 around self. Target becomes terrified. Okay, so we can move her here. And do this Primal Roar?
yeah.
Well, I probably want to move her further in, right? Like, get her here. Let's just do this, see what it does.
Oh no. Why he do like that? Daddy.
No, we're playing the actual game.
Daddy, let me show you something. Look.
If we just beat her, we win the encounter. Okay, that's good to know.
Oh, then beat her. Then just beat her.
Mm-hmm.
Just beat her.
We get close enough to deride her.
And right there. I think that's enough. I'll bet that while he. I think that's why you have to take that guy on me. Because he's actually the leader of all of them, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, no.
Tranquility. Target becomes exciting if it is positive, giving plus 25% speech. Affects allies in the circle, including Amelia. Heals allies. Excite. Try to enrage.
Did the thing get bigger?
It's a heal ability. Okay, got it. Oh, we fumble.
Hey, hey. Wow.
Oh no, what the hell? Wait, oh no. Oh no. Oh no, Daddy. Oh no.
Tyrannizing, you're the bully. We are the bully, chat.
You're so funny. 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 You're so funny.
Cassandra becomes enraged and loses it. Please stop playing with my cord, bud. Cassandra appreciates it that you didn't resort to violence. Bowser Koopa, thank you for the 35 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Who do you think you are? Well, at least you didn't resort to violence. No, I'll give you this treasure map for your manners. Now, if you'll excuse me, she leaves to follow Relic, who has already disappeared with the Viking ship. You're left with a cryptic treasure map. Its meaning is pretty cryptic. The treasure map is passed around after investigating it. The crew states their interpretations. It points to another Viking antiquity site nearby. A treasure is buried deep underground far away from here. A landmark on the map that the locals might recognize.
Sandra, they are just gonna sing that chair.
Yvonne thinks it's nonsense to not use the knowledge of locals and go schmoozing with them. The campaign quickly yields results. Not only is your cause much supported, but by the stringing of stories together, you infer the location of a hidden treasure. Viking drinking horn. A marvelous drinking horn decorated with gold and made by Viking parties.
What?
It's a horn you drink out of. It's like a cup, only it's a horn. Pretty fancy.
Well, you can't blow out.
With this last expedition, you find yourself still concludes on a high note. However, it's clear that if you want to be the most renowned explorer, you'll have to beat Rivalex. Now it's personal.
It's been cool.
So this was listed as a roguelite. So I assume so long as we don't die, our characters leveled up and the things we acquire carry over between the various explorations that we go on. With the explorations will probably be the runs, I would assume. So they're the most renowned. We're trying to catch up to here. We are currently 162. Magnificent job. The board of renowned explorers is impressed by your exploration skills in the Highlands. For this achievement, Chairman Pinkerton gives you an upgrade to your airship, which will allow you to carry more supplies. Let's get a world map tutorial, huh? You get 30% off branded canned dog food. You gain 2 supply capacity. Pinkerton tells you we're pleased that you're aiming to become the #1 explorer. However, I wonder if you could beat the already successful Rivalux. We hope that you will uncover many secrets. What?
Are you reading tutorials?
You gotta read the story, bud. I know that not all games are just attacking. I know you're a little aggro. The society has many leads where secrets might lie in wait. You can do 4 expeditions before the most renowned explorer is elected, so make them count. Successfully complete expeditions to connect other ones. You gather your thoughts to determine your course of action, spend your research unlocking technologies, exchange insights for other resources in a city, spend your status to acquire entourage, spend golden shops, go on more prestigious conventions, and repeat until you beat the French crown Rivelex. Seems to be all you need to become the most renowned explorer. Having trouble figuring out what to do next? Click on the reference for quick reminders. So we've got some amount of points and things up here. Use your gold to buy equipment. Acquire entourage with your status. Study tokens available with insight. Collect tokens available with insight. You start to acquire entourage with status to improve the income of your tokens or from an encounter. Let's try and acquire entourage, shall we?
Yep.
You know what an entourage is? That's like you. You're my entourage.
It's me fighting. Is that another word for fighting?
That's another word for fighting. No, it's like friends or group of people you travel with. 'Cause I travel with you. You and Jacob are my entourage.
No, I'm wrong. I'm wrong.
Specialists are pretty helpful. Yeah, these will be like extra people in our group, right? Basically. Pepe the Destroyer. Dr. Eligard. Level 2 out of 5. Archaeologist. Succeeds on... No, it's not my party. Okay.
Playing with people? Can you play online ones? People?
I mean, how can we not hire Mr. Jenkins, chat?
Yeah, you can hire him.
We should hire Mr. Jenkins. He's a diplomat. Mr. Jenkins, the Buckingham butler, is skilled. Is so skilled he has a butler of his own. Wants to teach one of your diplomat etiquette or diplomat customs. Which perk is Yvonne going to learn? You learn diplomat customs. I wish there was a little bit more tool tipping going on. Like, I don't really know what the difference is between customs or etiquette other than what the definition of the word is. Like, I assume customs is like local customs and etiquette is like being polite. Am I missing something on the UI? It's not letting me... Oh. Missing the arrow. There isn't. Some of the wheels will randomly grant bonuses if you have the right skill. Okay. So that's, we only have 87 renown left. We could technically get helpers. 1 to 3 status from the campaign. Each merchant gives you gold. Gives us research. Let's hold on to our extra renown for now. Our extra status to get better dorks later.
Super.
Compass. You don't have to guess where north is based on which area feels colder. Resist damage taken from enraged speeches. Gain the survivalist navigation perk. Monkey wrench. Resist damage taken from terrified speeches. Gain engineer advanced tools perks. Evening Jabanu. Yeah, just taking a little bit of a magic hiatus for the sake of my sanity. Let's buy a monkey wrench, huh?
What? What's
It's not. It's explicitly not made of monkeys, and I assume that tooltip is there for people like you.
I think monkeys. It's made out of monkeys.
It's made out of monkeys? No, it is not. Explicitly says that it's not.
Yes, it is. It's made out of monkey form.
Choose an expedition. Let's see what these other are. Let's see what London lecturing does. Performing a job costs 1 insight. Select a crew member to perform it.
Huh?
What does this cost us? Oh, it costs us insight. And insight's up here at the top.
Oh, inside. You can do it. Inside.
Ooh, that got us some status.
Inside.
The luchadora has turned lecturer, chat. She's educating the masses and developing a status as we go. Inkwell. Spend research to write research papers here. Give unique bonuses to your crew. Unlock observations. Unlock history. Choose a field if you want to make the most of your actions in cities. Choose this field if you want to advance research faster. Complete 2 expeditions to unlock this category. Engineering. Okay, so these other ones will unlock in a hot second. Lobbyist joins your entourage. Science assistant, students join your entourage. Unlock observations. The focus on observations to unravel puzzleless world is the most important idea of modern science. The crew has an opportunity to specialize one member in any of the sciences. Amelia has to study hard to learn a scientist's skill. What's up, bud?
Dude, me, but with you, okay?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, we can play cards tomorrow, okay? I promise. It's actually past your bedtime. I'm gonna ping your mother. Maybe she doesn't realize that.
Rachel knows what I can do. We do tomorrow.
Okay, I promise. Here's your mother.
Oh. Hands off me.
Hey, thanks for the 32 months, Serum. I really appreciate that. Welcome back. Hope you're staying safe out there. Amelia is ready to be more of an expert in engineer. Which field should she learn about? Steam engines, combustion, automata, piloting, tinkerer. Let's be a tinkerer, chat. Learn the engineer tinkerer. Gain +1 study when they succeed on the adventure wheel. Improve storage, you gain 2 supply capacity. Well, that seems very useful. Or do I not have enough for this? Next research costs 25. Well, that's sad. Okay, so we can't. We spent our stuff here. Then, are we ready to go on an expedition then? Icelands, we've been there. Hungarian fort. Mali mystery, or the Caribbean island. Let's go to the Caribbean, chat. Let's go to the Caribbean. The once fierce Dutch pirate Roach disappeared many years ago after burying his pirate treasure. Monkeys and smugglers will oppose you. An aggressive approach could make it easier. Expect nature challenge and technique challenge in abundance. There's lots to study for research. Do we want to be aggressive? We've got more talkers than fighters. We do have our luchadora. Being devious might help. Tactician and archaeologist. We are decent at being devious. This is a devious one. The Hungarian forests. With the details provided by Lady Vaduva, you must be able to find The secret fort, which uses an alchemy laboratory. You enter the forest. There's no time to lose. So we have 10 supplies, up from 8 the last time we ran. Research can be found here. Cultural challenge. A diplomat or archaeologist may be useful. Athlete, naturalist, or survivalist. Let's do this one. While walking through the gloomy forest, you see something sticking out of the ground. At the same time, the air fills with a foul smell. Time to find out where the strange odor is coming from. Amelia would like to study it. 87% chat. Nailed it. After some digging, she finds a flask containing a quaint liquid. An alchemist must have dropped it. Amelia handles the flask with caution. It probably contains something unearthly. It's an alchemist flask. I would like the treasure, please. Diplomat or archaeologist may be useful here. Keep taking those ones. You find a small rune church in the forest. You can study it a little more for some research. You knock it dead, Amelia. I like how you can attempt the actions with anything, but if your characters are better trained, you're more likely to be successful. Supplies may be found here. You find supplies in an abandoned cart. Nailed it. There might be an encounter. There's gold to be found here. Like gold. Amelia finds a small plate of silver. It probably fell off the cart. There is something odd here. The murdering mistress. You arrive at a large but somber tomb in the middle of nowhere. The name Ezersebet Bathari is carved above the tomb. An old white man with a halberd is patrolling the area. The man looks grumpy. You're not allowed to enter the cursed grave of Erzbet Bathri. Leave me for your own good. Alright, coin flip at diplomacy. Sorry, but no, this is better for all of this. We're going in, chat. Are we? Amelia and Dolores both have strong opinions on this. We'll lose -10 speech on both of them. Alright, fine. Fine. You're gonna be picky. A beautiful grave is being guarded by some cultists. Yvonne wonders whose grave is so well kept. We gain status. We gain status plus gold if they're friendly. Elizabeth Bathory is the woman that bathed in the blood of people to try and gain immortality. Hey, evening ghost. Thanks for dropping in. Alright, so we want to ideally not be aggressive. So friendly or devious. There's 4 of them. She has like an AoE on the Primal Roar, so let's like move her here. Hit him with the Primal Roar. They're terrified of our crew, chat. becomes enraged and loses it. God bless. Did you just swing at me and miss? We are hurtful. It's saddened beyond words and wants to be alone. Hey, Milo, thanks for the tip. I appreciate it. Ooh, where's my dashboard at? For Fiora Tarek, sounds fantastic. I'll get that into the deck queue. Thanks for the support. Attempted vampire is a great descriptor. You investigate the tomb after bullying these nobodies away. It seems to be the grave of the young lady, a victim of Ezra Bathi, a countess from centuries ago, and Hungary's most vicious killer. Make notes about the victim. Write a sad story. Let's write a sad story. I think now let's get the research, actually. You leave the young victim. The connection between this medieval serial killer and the cultist disturbs Dolores. There might be an encounter here. There's something odd. A group of villagers is skeptical about your presence. Maybe a diplomatic approach will convince them. Alright, nailed it for a change. The villagers are convinced that the renowned explorers are great and Yvonne is one of their finest. God bless us, everyone. The sound of growling wolves is becoming ever more present. I do not like our odds, chat. We are the 40%. Dolores escapes the wolves, the clever distraction. Hashtag sometimes lucky. All right. Can we do a double? Doesn't look like it. Dolores maneuver fails, and Dolores gets badly bitten before you can flee. Yikes. Nothing special can be found here. Some silverware must have been dropped by a merchant. Alright. The ruins over there must be the secret fort. Once you're exploring the ruins, the expedition will be over. Right away, you're in for a nasty surprise. Cultists, their leader seems to be a master alchemist. You've come to disturb our secret occult fortress. You must not get past me. So devious is worse than being friendly or aggressive, it looks like. Cultist, master alchemist. These all have a little bit of armor. This doesn't have any resistance to speech. Our luchadora is so scary, chat. She's great. Friendly abilities have plus 25% power. Should we be friendly? So if I excite, is this useful? So if I move her here and I excite you. Little unnerving. Is there a terrified? This character is terrified. And I can't use these, I suppose. Character is stunned. Oh, stunned. Cannot do anything. Well, that's awkward. And Luchadora can't do anything either. These are all melee, right? Unimpressible. A dandy mood. I like how they're like attacking us, we're still just like trying to use words. So it says one turn left on Deride. Get that! She healed everybody? That's pretty sick. We've got Primal Roar ready again. You've made the cultists confident that your cause is the best. Unimpressible. Oh, right. We did that one last time, right? So this one explicitly does not work on her. There's something that tells me that about... Is you to remember that from last time? Are we trying to start a cult? No, we're just trying to convince them that our way is the best. Come on now. Is she stunned? She's not stunned. Okay, so we could take you and move you over to here. And then we can move this here. And we can primal roar. Very impressed. Is impressed by you and doesn't wish to stop you. I like how it like shows them out of bounds. The ones that you've like talked down basically. Evening twin twin. The Master Alchemist is excited about your cause and stops resisting. The friendly approach has proven its worth. God bless us. With huge amounts of flattery, you win over the cultist's heart, and the alchemist blushes. Friends of the cult are welcome in our cozy ruins. Please look around and take what you need to show the world. The crew looks around to find an alchemy lab. Dolores feels a bit uneasy and slightly scared. Dolores asks if Yvonne believes in alchemy and the powers of the occult. No, it's just a bunch of nonsense. Let's get some extra research. The crew finds a secret alchemy lab. There are many weird machinations and potions inside, but one treasure stands out. The Philosopher's Stone. Whenever a level 2 archaeologist succeeds on the adventure wheel, gains some campaign. A so-called Philosopher's Stone. Yvonne wonders if it works. With the fort explored and the secrets unveiled, the expedition can be called a success. Explored, chat. The Dashing Diplomat. So up to 424 here. With the great adventure behind you, you can send a report to the Explorer Welcoming City. This will unlock new possibilities on the world map, but you can only unlock one city per expedition. Later expeditions might add new options. We're going to send our report. New Orleans. New Entourage Hall. Let's get a new Entourage Hall. So each run, I take it, is only 5 long, and you have different characters based on how many runs you go through it, and you unlock different spots on the map each time you go through it. So that's where the replayability comes from, I would imagine. The Omen Bazaar. The loot +2 speech power. Can we like turn Yvonne into like a bard? That sounds fun. Let's turn her into a bard. +10 armor. Let's get that on our Luchadora. So she leveled up. Gets an extra speech on Yvonne's Satin. Gain 1 campaign when resolving a battle with DVS. Oh, we've been good at resolving battles with DVS. Memorable insults. Study tokens. Let's take a look here. So this gives us extra supplies. Let's grab that. In the store, click offense, defense tab if you want to upgrade weapon or armor too. Okay. Are there encounters at some point that I can't talk my way out of? Or can we just keep building better diplomats? Or can I, like, pick world areas that are okay, that, like, focus on that, I would imagine? Because, like, the different world areas told us that, like, these skills are more favorable there, or you're more likely to be successful if you're doing particular types of things, so we can, like, focus around combat, basically. There's weapons that can boost speech power. Oh, okay. Oh, I can unlock these other areas too now. You want to become renowned through gold. So these areas help us gain renown through different things. Maybe I shouldn't have clicked both of these. It'll be okay. Bill Allman, thank you for the 7 months of Prime support. I really appreciate that. Welcome back. Hope you're staying safe out there. Thanks for keeping me employed this month with that. So, study tokens available for insight. Oh, she's much better at research, believe it or not. So if we do one more here, we can get another upgrade, because we're at 60 now. Lucrative Epiphany, extra research, and gold from Discovery. Tales from the Wild, +2 study when spending insight to perform campaign. What do we got? We've got to spend campaign tokens with insight. Here you acquire an entourage with status. Oh, there's different specialists that cost different amounts each time. That's interesting. Gain a campaign if you resolve an encounter with devious. We've been doing a lot of devious stuff. Evening Niv. Student, gain extra research from studies. Upgrade the shop to level 2 to unlock new specialists and helpers. Oh, okay, so I can get a higher student. Or another student? Okay. Interesting. So I can unlock again. Look at all of our students, chat. I don't know if that's actually good, but we've got, like, diplomats and researchers now. I feel like we're supposed to focus on things. Oh, and now these give a higher range. Interesting. Nothing quite like setting off smoke alarms, trying to cook a bonus hamburger after the kids go to bed. Now everyone's awake. Yep. Ben. Not hamburger, but Ben there. Smoke alarms are something. Alright, so I think we've spent all of our resources. We're used research, we use that. We should dive into the next expedition now. So we did that one. We did the Hungarian fort. Desert is 3-star. Highlands is 3 stars. Rogue, athlete, and beguiler challenges. Friendly could be a bonus. We have diplomat and engineer is good. I don't think we have tactician. We have an okay archaeologist. I think our party lines up well for what this one says. Evening the Dolomite. The expedition will be harder than it looks. An abbey hidden on the Scottish island holds a secret many have heard of, but none of which have confirmed. The abbess of this abbey has become paranoid due to all the explorers and thieves knocking on her door looking for treasure. But that won't stop you. Yvonne is determined to get the mysterious treasure held in the Abbey one way or another. Naturalist. Explore further, but there's nothing interesting in these parts of the Highlands. Research can be found here. Your crew can be improved. A wits challenge. What does your crew can be improved mean? Let's see. Your crew finds a small hidden Celtic shrine. There's nothing of real value but a small diary. It might improve speech. Yvonne finally understands a lot about the local customs, increasing speech. However, this bonus will only last on this expedition. Okay. There might be an encounter here. There's a trader here. We don't have a lot of resources. I guess I have some gold. Shop owner smiles as you enter a shop. Welcome to McGruff's Exploration Mercantile Shop. Take your time and explore. 4 supplies for 1 resolve. It's a lot of extra travel. Found the Magic Graveyard section pretty fun. I did name it Magic Graveyard, didn't I? Yeah, I just wanted to leave them listed there so that way I could back reference for people that submitted things, so I can either confirm that they need a refund if they ask for a refund, or look at how many points the thing has, if they want to swap it to something else for Runeterra or towards a variety segment. The shop owner smiles. All right, we already bought that. Where is that? Ah, yes! I always stock a range of items that are unique to this area at 30 gold on a regular day. Gain item. Highlander Manifesto. Let's see what that says. The Highlander Manifesto. Type defense plus 3 speech power. Thanks, Miller. I appreciate it. Hope you're staying safe out there. Yeah, I just kind of felt like when I took the short magic break while I was waiting for them to ban Teferi, or while I was waiting for rotation, they ended up banning Teferi, and I came back fairly quickly, and I just feel like I need like a full month off, and hopefully taking a step back from Magic for a bit, they'll sort out Historic and Standard from whatever they are now, because if I'm being honest, the last couple of times we played Historic, I wasn't a huge fan of what the format is at the moment, so explore some other sweet things like this. We'll play some Runeterra in the mornings. It'll be good. So this is the end, but we're still on 12 out of 12 here on supplies. I feel like we can go explore like the rest of the island over here and then loop back around, right? Evening Fabricator. Your crew has to explore multiple paths through the rocks. One route seems particularly tough. Exploring it might make someone gain armor. Everyone is back together. Your crew sees Dolores with bruises and screaming like a warrior. Dolores seems more prepared for the local dangers, gaining armor. Like, click a portrait to equip the thing I brought. Oh, okay. Focus here. Got it. Yeah, I'm taking some time off from Magic Yoshi. That includes the event that we were originally going to do tomorrow. For Saturday, today's Thursday, whatever Saturday was. That event is no longer happening. I actually posted that we were canceling those before I decided to take a full break. The opens are just like a lot of work, and they actually lose me money compared to normal streams, so just a lot of production, and take my wife and I's whole day, and there's just like remote learning stuff going on. Time is precious at the moment. A small shrine sits on top of a hill. Yvonne feels like under the right circumstances something interesting might happen here. Now it's just a boring little chapel. Perhaps you'll find the chapel secret somewhere else. Status to be gained here. Ooh. On the dark side of the hill, you find something eerie and abandoned manor. A plaque reads that the manor is called Spiteful Explorer, a peculiar name. Through broken windows, you can see some shimmering items. At first look, it seems like a private collection has been left behind here. Your crew wants to take a look inside, but one must keep guard just in case who will be the lookout. Obviously, Dolores is the lookout. Dolores is on guard duty. Other crew members carefully walk up to the porch and open the door. Inside the abandoned manor, you find quite the weapons collection. There are way more swords, guns, and maces than you can carry. Obviously, it would be a shame to leave these historical pieces in rust. You contemplate what to take with you. Take the things that look the most valuable. Campaign versus money. Well, let's do the most valuable. After picking up the weapons that look worthwhile, you continue down the hallway. It seems uninteresting, but upon careful examination, Yvonne finds a secret doorway. You can't believe what you see. Bloody knives, backpacks, and compasses scattered around, but even scarier, there are paintings of renowned explorer members with red crosses and death marks. You feel quite threatened. I like the wide eyes. A strong-looking and shady group is approaching the manor. You're forced to make a run for it and hope that you won't get spotted. Coin flip, chat. Coin flip. Nailed it. Yeah, I mean, if I'm being honest, Morrow, part of the reason why I want to take a break too is at the end of the day, I know magic makes me money and is my job, but it kind of feels bad to know that I make Wizards money by doing my job based on not only how they treat me, but like how Predatory Arena is set up and how they manage their formats and what the formats have been from the last year. And like, you know, there was actually an interview today with Forsyth and Blake and another person from the Wizards team where one of them mentioned Magic right now is more profitable than it's ever been. So like, I have to imagine they don't really think that like Standard having constant bans and bad formats is a bad thing when they're raking in money hand over fist. And I have to imagine as long as their bottom line stays the same, like nothing's going to really change. Like, and, like, I'm not egotistical enough to think that, like, my little corner of the world, like, me taking a month off of Magic is really going to impact that bottom line. But, like, for my own sanity at least, I want to do that. I don't ever think meaningful change is going to happen there as long as they're making money hand over fist, which probably means meaningful change is never coming. You get away unnoticed. Those men will notice some items missing and their secret door unlocked, but they won't know who did it. The crew is relieved, but also shocked by what they saw. Continue running just in case. You're safe. The thugs did not follow you, and you're well hidden. The crew sits down to catch his breath. Who were those guys? What do they have to do with the explorers? All you know is you better watch your back. Yvonne talks to the others about what happened and explains that whatever you do in life, there will always be people who are against you. Yvonne also makes it clear that by sticking together, you can take on any challenge or danger. Alright, so probably want to loop back up around this way to get to our ending point now. A village in dire need of your help. Hello there. You explorers look mighty strong. We're often raided by bandits and could use some tactical training from experts like yourself. Cost us supplies. I think we have supplies to spare at this point. It took some time, but Dolores drilled those villagers into a capable militia. When you leave, the disciplined militia give you a gift. Commander Dolores, accept this crown of King Onegius as our token of our military relations. I have 34/28 unused mythic and rare wildcards that I haven't spent because of fear of bans. Yep. Part of me wonders too, like, they decided to put off Pioneer Masters. I wonder if they did that because Amonkhet Masters made them so much money that they realized they want to release sets individually to profit off each one separately. Evening D Price, I appreciate that. The crew finds a flock of sheep that have lost their herder. They look very bummed out. Comfort the sheep. Yvonne does a little dance and sings a song to the sheep who are captivated. The sheep have elected Yvonne as their new herder. You now have a group of sheep following you around. Yeah, I'm really interested to see what a disaster mobile ends up being by the end of the year, if it even happens. You have bullies all over the world. These two Highlanders have grown fond of annoying you. Why are ye explorers all so stupid? Rocks and runes ain't interesting. Haggis! Now that's a treasure worth looking for. When they kick away a rock Amelia wanted to investigate, you are left no choice but to put them in your place. We gain status from being devious. I'm excellent at being devious. This character is not feeling confident. Good. Group insult. Target becomes enraged if it's negative. Pointed about 3 tiles. I would like to deride you. Things are tense. Who will land the first blow? Let's move you on up. These are all melee, right? I agree. The flavor on the systems is really good. The artwork's really cute too. Give him the old primal roar. This is like a cone effect? That's sick. Use all of our things. Give me that 2007 Flash game nostalgia. What year is this from? I think this was like 2015 or 2016. So the Vorthos of this game is you're a group of explorers competing with other explorers to find different treasures around the world. And you have an adventuring party that goes out with you. And it's a roguelike game, so it's a statically generated roguelike game, so you have different runs with different character groups, and your runs unlock different things to impact further runs, basically. Be afraid of my crew. Would you like to be a little sad? Does Cyberpunk look like a game I would stream? Definitely all the good. In fact, I want to try and make a point to do some current generation games when they come out. What's it called? Baldur's Gate 3 is releasing next week sometime. I think I need to... Whoop, I was trying to mouse over my calendar. I think I want to make sure I put that one on my schedule for a day or two when it comes out. Hippity! Thank you for the 26 months. Welcome back. Star Wars Squadrons. Squadrons is more of like a Twitch shooter, right? I think I want to stay, and it's a team game too. I think I want to try and focus on single player games. Cyberpunk is a single player game, right? Or was I misinterpreting that? I thought it was a story based game, right? Yeah, single player. I think I want to focus on for like shooters or first person stuff. That's like reflex based. I think I'd prefer to play single player stuff. I think for anything that could be remotely competitive, I'd prefer it be like card game or turn based type stuff. Give my old man reflexes a fighting chance. The small group of sheep that had decided to follow you are making quite a ruckus. They want to show me something. Where are they taking me? They lead you to an amazing view and some fresh greens. Sheep got a sheep. You explore further, but there's nothing interesting. Yeah, definitely, Morrow. I've heard good things about Divinity. That would definitely be something I'd take as a variety submission. So we've got plenty of supplies still. We could probably hit here before we go here. Maybe we'll be able to explore some things over back yonder. Sometimes your crew finds opportunities to promote itself shamelessly in the eyes of the locals to gain status. However, say something offensive and no one will like you. God bless you, Yvonne. Taking a diplomat as our party leader was an excellent idea, chat. These people are saved from ignorance by your majestic self. Oh, Dolores is ready to level 2. Good catch. Confident Roar. Dolores becomes more confident after casting Primal. Well, I love Primal Roar. Primal Roar adds a debuff that gives targets minus 20 speech defense. Now I want to make her more confident. Evening, LaShawn. Got 3. Yeah, we could definitely go here. Yeah, this is a good one. I'm like mentally making a list of different games that I've played that like, okay, when the kids are able to read, these could be things that could be good for them. And like something like this, once the kids can parse full sentences on their own, like sitting on easy mode definitely feels like. Definitely seems like the IP is pretty friendly. Declan could punch his way through lots of encounters. He could also probably learn that punching his way through is not always ideal. These sheep have been great, chat. Look at these sheep. The crew finds an old yet strong-looking villager sitting outside a lone house. He says to you, "Guide em lads, these are the Highlands, are full of physical challenges. Allow me to share specialized techniques I use to thrive here." Train someone's grit. Grit it is then. Remember, the training only works on this expedition. Dolores is all about that grit. So I can hit here and then still go there? Punching runs are often the most difficult, but some of the encounters are hilarious to go full murder hobo into. Another flock of sheep. These ones are panicking around. Maybe a quick mind can calm them down. Alright, a little worse than a coin flip here. Dolores tries to find out what's going on in the chaos, but fails. Within no time, the sheep disperse. At least the flock that's following us stayed. Alright, let's hit here. This is it. The Abbey containing the mysterious treasure is waiting to be explored. Sadly, you'll also have to deal with the paranoid abyss. If you enter it now, it will be completed. Onwards. Suma Samuson, loving the stream, matches my schedule as someone who is a parent as well. Looking forward to more Runeterra and other games. Thank you for the 2 months of support. I really appreciate that. It's kind of a nervous time for me making content, but it's great to see that there's other people that are interested in non-magic stuff. Really been enjoying branching out. The Abbey seems well fortified. You're probably not the first one to come looking for treasure. Yvonne seems to identify some cloth looking to that belongs to Rivalex. Decides to go for it and knocks on the massive door. You hear the voice of the abyss on the other side. Go away. I know what you're after. Try to talk our way in. Talking your way in seems the most sensible thing. 100%. Nailed it. With a high-pitched, pity-inducing voice, Yvonne manages to catch her off guard. Her plea is that you're really good people seems to work. I'll let you in on one condition. Well, Dolores looks way too shady and has to drink this holy water. It's enchanted to make people lose attack. Okay, Dolores will drink the water. The abyss opens the door and Dolores drinks the disgusting holy water, which she's apparently been saving for 89 years. She bids you welcome. So you probably want the mysterious relic we have here for the world to see. Abyss understands but isn't going to give in so easily. That's a noble goal, but this relic belongs in the Abbey. A discussion ensues. Make the Abyss give you treasure. Bonuses for Devious. Oh yeah, hit him with the cone, shit. The nuns are not pleased with the cone. Thanks, Pervidia. I appreciate that. So, there's more nuns back over here. Probably just want to work our way straight through, huh? Fumble. The old low roll on the 80%. Who will land the first blow? Are these nuns about to, like, crack us with their brooms? Are they accusing me of having soiled myself? The random icons they give when they're talking at each other are really something. Wow, did I just fumble an 80% again? Well, these do have a little bit of armor. I didn't realize you were playing XCOM. Yeah, percentages. Oh, I didn't mean to click that again. Yeah, whatever. I was gonna have her move and do that here, but that's fine. She's gonna go away. Oh, did I play XCOM? No, I'm just familiar with the genre. It's got a lot of die rolls in it to make game actions, right? Hey, thanks, Sniper. Good evening to you, too. Yeah, and the variety stuff will all end up on YouTube, as always. We're still one turn away from Primal Roar being back. Can Terrify here. I probably want to have her Tranquility. Heal the squad up here. Can I make you a sad? Are these done? Speaking of guns, are they holding guns? I thought these were brooms, but are they shotguns? I can't tell now. Yeah, on further investigation, they definitely look like shotguns. They're totally packing heat. Yeah, it looks like it. Can't heal herself. That's sad. But we can have her heal her. Okay. Would you think they would use the more shoot the intruders rather? So I bet they would be shooting us, and this is the thing that's kind of neat about this game is we talked our way into their church. So I bet if we would have broken down the door and forced our way in, they'd be shooting at us, but we're basically trying to talk them into giving us the relic right now. Which is why we're flinging insults and talking to each other. Yeah, there's like a rock, paper, scissors style combat system where it's not just attacking, like we're all talking to each other. Tolarian Community College actually just put out a really good video on how to play Runeterra, and I definitely would recommend checking his out. Runeterra also has like a really fantastic tutorial system in it, and just playing through their tutorial is also great. Oh, I think I wanted to heal her. Clicking on it auto chooses a target, and I keep doing that by mistake. I can have her heal her now. This lady has like infinite spirit. I probably need to take time to scare these away so they stop hitting my characters. She can, like, pray to summon more of them, though. Okay, so that's not quite back yet. Feel like we need to heal you. And then I probably... It's time to pivot to violence. I don't know that we need to do that necessarily. So this will get rid of one of these. And then I can have her intimidate this one off. Just call the warning shots. Oh, her group hug is ready. Alright, let's definitely group hug here. Get that cooldown going again. That doesn't fully take her down. Let's keep wearing down this one here. Her moving down here is actually good, because if this other nun doesn't move, she has a cone attack that I can shoot down. Although we might lose her if she gets hit again here. Oh no. Oh no! Yikes. Uh-oh. So can she no longer... She's out of spirit, so she can no longer take game actions. So I can hit... What if I come to here, then can I cone this way? Whoa, I can get all 4 of them? Okay. Use another character's action to res her. Oh, okay, sweet. Let's do that. And does she get an action right away then? She does. Sick. That's what the resolve here in the corner is for. So every time we lose a crew member, we lose a resolve, but we can revive them to get them back for the fight. Okay. That makes sense why this is a resource here then as well. That one, in rage, doesn't seem to do anything against here. She just threatened to crucify you? She did. She did, in fact. We're working our way towards winning our conversation here, chat. More nuns join the Abyss. So there's 2 more over there. Is it just that? Just 2? Okay. So hopefully we can take her down here before... Well, that doesn't seem to work. This gets him a little bit. What's the yellow outline on the ground supposed to represent? I don't actually know. Like this over here, I don't know if it triggers something special. Tough terrain, okay. So the different attacks have different ranges and effects on them. So like some of them hit AoEs and some of them hit close range. Some of the more powerful ones have cooldowns. Like for example, this Tranquility here has a 4-turn cooldown. So like this heals all my things. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit this right away to keep their health total high, their spirits high. All right, we can get him with the friendly. Abbess is confused about the mixed signals. Alright, that's fine. You make the old hag give up the treasure. The eyes of the Abyss show the anguish of betrayal. Why did she open the door for you? She cries, "You can have it! This cursed relic! It's brought nothing but ruin to this place! I hope it curses you in return!" You made the right choice, lady. You made the right choice. Columba Staff. +2 campaign whenever a beguiler succeeds on the adventure wheel. That victory wasn't without its negatives. Dolores really believes that this treasure is cursed. Dolores doesn't want anything to do with this. It takes some time before Dolores accepts this situation, but it does affect her mind. Weens, thank you for the very generous tier 2 resub and for the absurd 33 months at that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Back to London, chat. Having more time to do variety game playthroughs also seems good. Like having up to 3 hours to do a segment feels pretty good. We're gonna get to complete a full run here, it feels like, which is nice. When I was trying to squeeze them into like 90 minutes or 2 hours, it gets tight sometimes. Get to see a bit more of the games. Yeah, we're up to number 7. I don't know that we're gonna get to the top here. We only have 2 more adventures we get to go on. With that great adventure behind you, you can send a report to the Explorer Welcoming City. This will unlock new possibilities. New entourage hall, new equipment shop. In Africa, where you can spend your insight. Greetings, Explorer. We down here in New Orleans read about your amazing adventures. Just so you know, our shops in downtown New Orleans have some special offers for folks like you. Book of Rage. Plus, speech power increases enrage and try to enrage by 25%. Increases the Book of Sadness. Book of Horrors. So this goes well with Dolores, right? Because Dolores tries to intimidate. I mean, I'd probably accept a spooky game, but I haven't had anybody offer one up. I like money though. There aren't any like spooky games I'm particularly attached to though and plan to like dive into personally. Amnesia? Nah, probably. I mean, I'd probably take it. Amnesia's like a jump scare game, right? I've never played through that one. Can sell some of these. Upgrade the shop to level 2 to unlock more items. I don't really have money to unlock pay for the more expensive items. We don't have that much research. We could grab some more entourage here. We have a lot of status. Shark, Super Sewer, collect a gold if you resolve an encounter with Devious. We do resolve encounters with Devious a lot. Gotta study Igor the Plotter. Yeah, let's get the devious people. We've got 3 people that reward us for resolving encounters with devious. I'm not a huge fan of social deduction games personally, which is why I've shied away from Among Us. I had someone offer up Among Us, and that's not really a style of game I'm super into. I don't know, there's enough. I think the person in chat that said magic's scary enough. Life in general is kind of scary. Having my games be more upbeat seems like a fine idea. We still not. Oh yeah, 70 was what we needed. Gain discovery whenever you find a treasure. That. Oh, she leveled up too? Sick. +1 study token in Berlin. I'm super glad to see you taking a break, although I completely understand why. Hopefully, Runeterra and variety games can treat you well. Thanks, Beardsley. Hope you're staying safe out there. I think we're ready to dive into another expedition here. I guess I could grab, I can grab another student here, huh? Never played Dungeons and Dragons. The last time I played Dungeons and Dragons, the group of people I played with were arguing amongst themselves whether or not we should move to using 4E or if we should stick to 3.5. Which I actually believe there's both a bunch of 3.5 and 4E rules books in my garage at some point that have been boxed up and moved around for forever. Is it still going to Oglandia despite what you're doing? Also, like, hearing you try to pronounce my name. Wabajak? Wabajik? Wabajak. I'm gonna go with Wabajak. Should there be another A? I don't remember having a particularly strong opinion on it personally, but I remember my friends at the time describing 4E as, like, they tried to World of Warcraftify the rule set. You know, I have friends who are moving back to 3.5 from 5e. And then Pathfinder was like a fork, right? Like it was a third party. Pathfinder was basically like 3.75. People tried to design it in that vein. Yeah, I've never touched 5e. Strength and charm, a diplomat, a beguiler, and an engineer, and a quick thinker. We definitely have a diplomat. I don't know that any of our characters qualify as beguiler. I think we gave her engineering tools, though. Let's try this one. It mutated to become its own thing. 3.5 was great for theorycraft, but it was also so broken. Yeah, but like, much like the Elder Scrolls games, I think it's fine if there's things in the role-playing game system that are inherently broken, because it should be up to the dungeon master and the people playing the story as to what's acceptable or not. Like, if something's technically broken or stupid within what the rules say, it's like up to the game master running things to say, no, that's dumb, it doesn't work that way here. Like, that's the true, like, they're storytelling games, right? I actually remember, we played, World of Darkness, during undergrad a good bit, the D10 system, and I remember liking that one a lot. The setting was quite different, though. It was intended to use a setting in, like, modern day, with, like, vampires, werewolves, and magic and stuff like that. Very, like, supernatural style storyline setting. You are about to solve another mystery. The Globus Cruciger of Charlemagne, long thought to be a myth, has been tracked down by the renowned explorers. It is said that through merchants and thieves, the Cruciger ended up here with a noble family. Yvonne is determined to find this elusive treasure. You have to be careful. Wild wolves are a common threat, and few travelers have passed through here have been met with mixed signals from the locals. They even spread preposterous stories of cursed lands. Do I have a favorite that I would recommend for 5 people? So, you're playing EDH, so is it safe to assume everybody you're playing board games with are TCG players? Are you also going to be playing board games with muggles? Because my recommendation for a 5-player game is different if you're playing with muggles versus playing with all people playing Magic, who like have a Magic card game background. One person is your wife that doesn't play Magic. This command has a bunch of my favorites in it. Evolution is a really good card board game that Magic players tend to really love. What's the other one that I would say for non-card game players? Menu Masters or Happy Pigs are both good 5-player games. Requires an engineer. Let's try this one. A large group of cultists is marching towards you. Sneak it. None of our people are very sneaky, chat. Leave some supplies and run away. We'll lose resolve. I'm just going to ditch some supplies. Supplies may be found here. Okay, let's do that. The village is lively for how isolated it is. When you look around, a woman behind a stand calls to your attention. Trade 1 resolve for 4 supplies. Sure. You have played none of those board games. And that stack of board games there in that tweet, those are like my favorite among favorite board games. This whole giant shelf behind me here is like triple digits worth of board games in it. Most of which we've played, but that picture there is definitely the best of the best. In my opinion of what I've played. Nothing special found here. Have a pantheon, they just garden variety. I think they're just garden variety cultists. You walk through the forest, you see cultists logging trees frantically. They spot you and hide their axes. When you ask them what they're doing, one of them responds, "None of your business." Let's make them cough up the secrets. Yes, photosynthesis is a tree building game. Look at all of our bonuses for Devious, chat. Uncertain, not getting any vibes here. Alright, so hit him with the old group insult here. The cultists gleefully scream for more humiliation. Oh, that's great. It's their kink, chat. It's their kink. We don't kink shame here in Oaklandia, okay? This is just a cultist. It's weird that, like, the brown cultists are called brown, but these aren't called red cultists. Like, why classify one by color but not the others? Also, if anybody's ever looking for a party game, I think Hive Mind is probably my favorite non-Magic Richard Garfield game. It's real good. Taunted and Ruffled. If you're someone that's like not big into what's the stupid party game everybody plays that's really vulgar, Cards Against Humanity. I really don't love that as a party game. It's just like kind of an excuse for people to be obnoxious. Hive Mind is a much better, much superior party game in my opinion. It's a fun word-based game, and it's fun because in Hive Mind, you can play with like 12 people, and one person loses as opposed to one person winning. Yes, yeah, it's literally an edgy version of Apples to Apples where we put swear words and dildos into it. It's so dumb. It's like someone who was prepubescent decided to make Apples to Apples and to be edgy with it. Get him out of here. Alright, I think I want her to group hug. Heal the squad. Let's get you out of here. Dog food. Depressed. Yes, saddened beyond words. Give him the old Twitter comment. Hey, Bib. Good evening. Thank you for the sub gifties. Hope you're staying safe out there. Is my cone back yet? No, it's got one turn. When you're used to buying paper Magic card prices, like when you look at board game prices and you're like, this board game costs half a Scalding Tarn, you're just like, oh, yeah, Magic Finance is dumb. Amnesia shot. Ranged. Is this an attack? Can I tell, like, is this a physical attack or is it a mental attack? It says amnesia shot. Debuff gives the target minus armor, speech defense, and grit.
I hear you talking about my board games.
It's neutral. Okay. Thanks, Bib. I really appreciate it.
Why are you talking about my game collection?
Someone was asking for board game recommendations. Probably because they live in a country that's handled COVID like adults. Terribly jealous of people who live in countries that have handled this pandemic like adults. Is our princess sleeping too? That's lovely. Think she'll be down for the night? We're gonna eat one more time.
What are you playing?
We are playing Renowned Explorers.
What do you do?
You are adventurers trying to find loot in different islands for an explorer's guild. And the kind of thing it does a bit different than a lot of other games in this genre is right now, instead of fighting people with swords, we're saying mean things to them. So you have you can be nice to people or insult them or fight them with actual weapons
Why
on
don't
your
you
runs.
just be nice to them.
Why don't you just be nice to them? Well, where's the fun in that? So I think we want to heal.
So you can make friends instead of enemies? Why don't you make them friends?
They want to date you. Be nice. This has a range of 2. I think I'm gonna run this down away here. Actually, how far do we get this? It's not fully. I might be wrong to back her up. We might lose her. We fumbled, and I can't move her now. I can't undo that. Yeah, I maybe should have ran her away. If they hit her and we lose a resolve. That'll be sad.
What if we live streamed a tabletop game?
Who would I play it with?
Me and your kids, maybe? They like games.
They do like games. The cultists have had enough of your mental torment and tell you everything you need to know. They are looking for the cursed tree that meddles in their affairs. The one that takes its bark gains a big reward from the cultist alchemist. They give a description of how the tree looks, which could be useful later. So we lost a resolve in that set. We've still got plenty of food. Really enjoy the Arkham Horror card game. I don't think that's one I've played before. Amelia could construct a bridge. 61%. Alright. Nailed it. Amelia builds a small bridge from some rope and wood, and everybody walks safely across. Betrayal is a good game. Definitely played Betrayal before. Betrayal's one of the few, like, close to social style games that I really enjoy because the different scenarios, the way it plays out, tend to give it a lot of variety. And, like, sometimes it's a team game and sometimes it's, like, one versus everyone. It's not my favorite. It varies. I mean, it tends to be very different playthrough to playthrough.
I wasn't that into it. It didn't have, like, whimsical artwork. Like games with whimsical.
Well, it is made by a small indie company called Wizards of the Coast, so they have, like, limited budgets.
Is it really
A lady
good?
is being chased by a piece of flying furniture. Help! I made a joke about death and was dying of laughter when suddenly I was attacked by my cabinet. 70% to engineer our way out, chat. Nailed it. With the swift move of a wrench and the surgical strike to the cabinet's ethereal component box, Amelia suddenly makes the cabinet stop flying around. There is no curse that can't be fixed with science. That's true. There are a lot of Betrayal ones that aren't particularly well balanced. So we kind of want to stay around this. We only have 6 supplies left, so not really going to get to explore a ton down here. I guess we can jump this way and see where we end up at. Nothing special here. This goes to Diplomat. We have a really good Diplomat. The night falls and you hear howling all around. The only way to stay safe is by convincing locals to take you in. We're only at 58%. Yikes. Oh, we're going to lose 2 supplies, too? Oh, no. We really need to hit this roll. Yvonne convinces a woman who lives in a small shack you spend the night safely.
Probably pronounced Yvonne.
Alright. So I have 5 food left. But if we go down here, we're down to 3. Hey, have a good night, LaShawn. Thanks for dropping in. So this puts me to 2. This puts me to 3. And then I could cut up to here. And you can see it shows me I have a 2 here. So I would have to hope that wherever this 2 going up leads, hits also 1 to get back. I think I probably just want to jump back this way and hit the end from this point. You found it, the castle of the noble Dracul family. A disturbing place for sure. Once you find the missing artifact, you've reached your goal. Let's go face him. Yvonne knocks on the massive door, which opens immediately. Welcome, honored guests. Please proceed to my courtyard. You hear a voice, but you see no one. Eerie. In the courtyard, a most charming count bids you welcome. I think he might be a vampire, chat. Honored guests, what brings you to this faraway place of mine? Did you come to admire me? The count is shocked. A holy item here in my castle, repugnant. It must have been brought here by that Frankish nun in 965. Guard, search the entire castle looking for this thing. My guest, please make yourself comfortable. Dolores knows how to get comfortable with a delicious banquet you just passed. In the end, Dolores is left content but very full. One of the guards returns. They have found a holy relic. Could it be the Globus Cruciger? The Count is delighted. Yes, now give it to those charming explorers, please. The icon of Nicomedia. Are there tier 3 perks for variety in lieu of deck submissions? Yeah, you can put your tier 3 sub as $30 towards a variety submission. So, for variety submissions, I'm doing, for like mainstream games, I'm looking for a $25 donation plus the cost of the game. And for more niche games like this one, I'm looking for a $50 donation plus the cost of the game. Can I do a bad Romanian accent? I don't really like to imitate other cultures and things like that on stream because I feel like it definitely is insensitive in a lot of ways. So I'd prefer not to. Why don't you leave these explorers behind and stay here with me? Join me in my lavish life for all eternity. All right, well, we're 2/3 to not become mesmerized. All right, nailed it. Yvonne makes it clear that these explorers are your comrades and you stick together. All right, there's the boss battle. I was like, there's always a boss battle at the end, right? Good evening, Golgali. Happy Blur's Day. Dracula invites me to live with them. I'm going, no questions asked. Servant. Lackey cultist. Lackey cultist. Dracula's a little bit of speech defense. So I probably want to just head over towards Dracula to start convincing him of things, huh? Although I guess if I move her here, we could target this. Sick Dolores on him, he scares easily. He turns into a bat when he moves. Wow, that was a big hit. Wow, is our run going down? Are we done? I think we're donezo, chat. The whole crew is down. Oh, right. We set it up so we could retry the encounter, huh? We're weak to friendly while being devious. Oh, and everything's positioned differently this time through. So, I probably want to start beating them with stuff like this, so I'm not weak to this attack this time through.
Hi-ya!
That didn't pivot it enough, though. So is he going to come in here and wipe us out? Yeah, that's unfortunate. At least our third was out of range there. Maybe we have to run this encounter with just not, just like getting violent from the start. Give him body slam the cultist. You're the killer. I think we're going down here again, right? Because we're on one resolve. They're gonna knock her out, and then we're gonna die. Yeah, I don't think we can beat this encounter with our group. Let's try one more time before we call it for the evening. What if we just don't take any actions from the start and we try and just like headlong into him and try and take him out in one turn? Cause he's gonna come to me now. Yeah, there's just too many of them. Dracula's got our number, chat. Do you have to fight here? Yeah, you have to engage. He's basically telling you to you have to. He's making you stay with him essentially. Yeah, maybe we have to just start on violence. We'll try one more. Let's start on violence. That time we tried starting on nothing. This time let's be violent from the start. Our squad is like not very good at violence is the problem. We have notably kind of gone all in on being devious, and this being devious is not good in this encounter. Hey, we'll do Jared. Thanks for 11 months. Welcome back. These friendly attacks hit for a lot less when we start on violence, which is nice. God, does so little. I don't think so. The vampire has like a... The vampire has a pretty good range. Okay, he's humiliated, which cuts his speech, so that's nice. She does not move very far at all. Okay, so we can kill this cultist over here. And then... I can group hug here at least and boost both these back up a little bit. Yeah, I guess do that AoE every single turn. Oh, she got a movement debuff from eating the buffet, right? But that, we didn't have a choice but to eat the buffet. You know what? I should have moved her to here if I was going to attack that, so she'd be further along. That was a mistake. And now we're in the provocative range, which means their friendly attacks are going to hurt extra now. That miss. That's some good RNG for us. That's also a miss. Okay. Is this it? Can we do it? We're not out of the woodwork yet, but we're getting close. That was a healthy amount of positive RNGs. Hopefully Dolores can keep these off of our back, and then maybe she can solo the vampire. All right, that's another good one. The fuming here is really good. Fuming means they're likely to miss melee attacks. Definitely depressing. This still can't do anything over there. I think we just continue to knock these dorks out. Oh, we provoked them into becoming aggressive, and now, yeah, you're right. So hopefully they keep swinging that way. We should be one more here. Yes, please attack her. We're gonna put down Dracula here in a second. Sweet, we'll get through the 5th run. I'm glad. Dracula is sad and beyond words and just wants to be alone. Alright, so it took us a couple of tries. We got through that. The Count burst into tears. I'm not cool anymore. I'm a worthless worm. I wish someone would tell me how to be cool again and collect with the youth of today. I feel like we should take the golden lead. Maybe he could give us something useful. Really? This is great. I could join your entourage and travel the world? I promise to be useful. I'll learn to connect with the youth again. What are they saying nowadays? Spiffy? Jolly? Wrecked? As another person is convinced of your awesomeness. And so you conclude your adventures in Transylvania. The crew will remember this weird encounter in the Count's castle. We are quite devious, chat. Did we unlock him? I don't know. As you return to London, Pinkerton greets you. You have time for one last expedition for the World Expo. You have one last chance to gain renown. Soon after, journalists storm into the society. They want to hear about you. The world is looking forward to your final discoveries and judgment. What should the world look at when following you? 100% renown from research and 25% from all other sources. Great, we'll take a good look at your spoils in the last expedition. With the great adventure behind you, you could send a report to a city. Sydney, equipment shop, jobs, entourage hall. Let's get another entourage hall. And these places I unlock in here stay run to run, right? No, they don't. Okay, so you unlock them each run. Okay. So there's not that much carryover between run. Naturalist, Beguiler, Rogue. I don't really have any of those. It's not very useful. Oh, what does Dracula do? +5 status from campaign. So we gain extra status when we collect campaign things. So he's in our pool of specialists here. Madam Hammerhead, the patron of the dirtiest and most dangerous casino in California, wants to teach one of you diplomat negotiations. You learned diplomat negotiation. Sounds good. +1 study whenever you encounter nature. +1 campaign when you alter intercultural challenge. Those are very exciting. We got a couple of insight here. Let's check out what we've got here. Gain a treasure. The origin of the species 2. So we have 80 for our next. So we could probably get 2 more here. Maybe 1 more. I picked judge on money. I picked judge on status, I think. I picked judge on status. Beguiler, seduction, rogue surprise. Get her beguiler. Need 90, so I need to get 28 from my insight. I should be able to do that. Hiring traders could help. I upgraded one of these. I don't remember which one. Was it Madrid? Lobbyist. Gain status from the campaign. Alright. I think we covered everything. Oh, I have gold to spend, right? So we could go to a shop. Oh, and she can hold 2 trinkets now. Speech chance to hit, attack chance to hit. Oh, do I need to upgrade to get defense items? If I hit this, will it unlock defense items? Nope. Does this one just not have defense items? Different shop. Oh, I already spewed here. Extra armor, extra speech defense. Oh, her books are real bad, huh? I'm gonna go back and get her some books. You got 2 offense books on your vote and no armor. Well, why do you need armor if you're just gonna yell people down, man? I ain't need no armor. We're just gonna scream at people. Oh, could she only have one book? Can I not put a second book on her? Oh, they have pauldron slots too. We have 100 gold left. We could probably buy some cheap. Nope. What goes here? Is this a defense item or is this just another trinket slot? Another trinket slot. None of those seem very good. Can I have 2 loots? Gain the Quick Thinker Wits perk. Sure, we'll make that for the last one. All right, think we're good to go. Let's try the last one, huh? See if we can be successful. Have a good night, Cody. Catch you later. Should we push ourselves and try a 5? Let's see what skills they take. This one doesn't tell me what we need on it. Anything, especially an archaeologist, quick thinger, and diplomat are a must. All right, let's do that one. Meet the requirements for that pretty handily. We seek the grail, chat. We seek the grail. At the urgent request of Sultan himself, the crew sped to the royal palace. The Sultan is quick. Reputable explorers, I ask a big favor of you. We've learned that the anti-explorers are close to finding the Holy Grail. The problem is we don't know where the Grail is. I agree this would be shame for the Empire. The anti-explorer leader is the nefarious Florentine Magellan. She's known for her efficient and ruthless methods. We have to find the Grail before she does. Our only possible lead is the fabled antique dealer in Mubda, but we never caught this elusive man, but maybe you could find him. Sultan has one last surprise before you move out. Oh, and if you find any other treasures, please take them with you. You can display them temporarily in London as a reward for helping us. We know you don't work for free, you work for renown. The crew can hardly believe it, the Holy Grail. Amelia hopefully jokes. She can already see the headline. Yvonne and her crew find the Holy Grail. So we need to head up this way. I feel like this probably isn't the end of this. We need to get here to get some information, then probably have to go further, so let's just head right there without screwing around. On your quest for the Holy Grail, you seem blessed. Out of nowhere, Dolores finds precious ore in the canyons. Nice. The crew stumbles upon a fairly new temple. Amelia notices some stonework looks different, perhaps older. A priestess perceives the group interest and approaches. Convince them to let us look. Evening, Golgari. Ah, nailed it. Yvonne convinced the priestess to let them inspect the stonework. The stones used to be a statue. With a little effort, someone might be able to restore it. 60%, otherwise we lose the resolve. Oh, that last tick is so good, chat. Just excellent. Amelia carefully removes the stonework and resembles the pieces. A statue depicts a lion protecting a gazelle. The priestess is impressed by Amelia's work and requests she finds a proper place to display the artifact. There's that sweet, sweet renown. It's a successful run. Yvonne finds an old Arab trade route. After following it for a while, you find a set of Arabic ceramics. It inspires you to write a tale of a lonely camel rider. Uncommon sight. As you explore the arid hills, you find Dira the dervish looking around in a slow, mystical fashion. The secrets, the past, it's all here. Daria looks into Yvonne's eyes with great intensity. Blood, I need blood to complete the ritual. A great secret will reveal itself depending on the stars. This sounds unscrupulous. Daya turns around and continues her mystic search. Blood of an Ares, maybe? You hope she's doing all right. A group of angry locals is approaching you and scolding you in a tongue you have a hard time understanding. All right, 60% chat. No, the last tick had been so good to us so far. It had been so good. Yvonne has no idea what they're mumbling about and wrongly assumed they were hungry. The people are now furious because of her patronizing behavior. -10 on speech this expedition. Brutal. Oh no, we're out of supplies to get to the city. What happens when we run out of supplies? Weakens considerably every area explored. Yikes. You arrive at the center of Mabib, the biggest city around. The town is bustling and Yvonne doesn't know whether to look left or right. You're looking for mysterious antiquities dealers, but where would you find such an elusive figure? Yikes. Alright. It's a lot of misses, chat. Oh, the last tick. Wrong alley, this one's teaming with anti-explorer thugs who are trying to seduce you. Well... Man, these things are tough. So our best shot is provoking them all down, so that way they're more likely to miss. Use our heal right away so we can get that cooldown ticking down again here. We really need them to roll some misses here. Yeah, things are looking. Remember when we declined to buy armor, chat? Pepperidge Farm remembers. Well, that's a big heal at least. So they're on friendly now, so that means violence is better, so we can go ahead and get an aggressive attack in here. Violence is always the answer. We are not so we can res, but the problem is that, like, the character that died is really squishy, and every time they die, we lose a resolve point up here in the corner. Is a problem. So, like, if I bring them back up, they're pretty likely to just die again. Yeah, I agree. I think we're probably dead here. Maybe I am just supposed to bring her back up for the sake of, like, more game actions per turn. It's probably not unrealistic. Yeah, maybe I should have done a not 5-star for the sake of being able to finish the run. Got a little bit too big for our britches. We failed the Dracula a couple of times. That was a 4-star. That probably should have been a sign that we should have stuck to 3 to 4 for the last one. With another group heal off of this, we might get through. We might get through this. We're gonna lose. We're gonna have lost a lot of resolve for it, though. All right. Like, all three of our dorks are, like, relatively healthy now, so with them healing each other, we should be okay. I probably want to back you up and get you further up here, because I'm going to have this roar ready to go here in a second. Oh, friendly attacks have plus... Oh, yeah, because they're plus 25% right now. Okay. Right, I can use these... I keep forgetting that I can use these offensively too. In my mind, the green was a heal, but it just heals in addition to that, right? All right, sweet. So we're not gonna wipe here at least, so that's nice. Was it good? It's a good suggestion, Jared. The best way to deal with unwanted attention is just to be outright destructively mean to them by threatening to send them letters with Yvonne's saltiest insults. You even get them to spill the beans on the location of the dealer. Following the directions of the wannabe explorers gave you, you managed to find the location of a shady antiquities dealer. When you open the door, to your surprise, the dealer is an old lady. Tell us what you know about the grail while Yvonne makes sure she can't get away. Yeah. The dealer is shocked by the crew's quick resolve. Afraid that others might find out about it, she quickly spills the beans. Okay, but I honestly don't know much more than you do. All I know is this ancient text I once found inscribed in a ruined Crusaders church. Let them bring me to your holy mountain in the place where you dwell, across the desert and through the mountain to the canyon of the crescent moon, to the temple where the cup holds the blood of Jesus Christ resides forever. That sounds like something straight out of a Pulp Fiction novel. Evening ring tingy. What a mystery. The crew thinks hard on the possible places that could describe, but no matter how hard they think, they can't come up with an answer. There's no option other than just exploring until someone has an epiphany. I don't think we can buy more supplies, right? Manage your crew and inventory. I think you just, like, have to happen across locations where they say, like, supplies might exist here. So I can go, this says supplies might be found here. So I guess I go 2... And then we gotta go 2 and then 2 again. Emily suddenly thinks she might know where the cryptic text from the shitty antiquities dealer points to. It's London. Think about it. The mountain refers to Rivelic's ego, and the canyon of the crescent moon is the snooker bar downtown. Well, that idea is so ridiculous that Amelia eats some supplies out of shame. Amelia only wanted to help. You're out of supplies. Yep. The crew is starting to get weary as they travel through the desert. Yvonne suddenly veers away the group with a focused look in her eyes. Yvonne bends down and seems to reach for something. She starts eating sand, thinking it's water. It's not refreshing at all. You're out of supplies, but the situation is having a severe effect on your crew members. Well... yeah, Thibs, if I'm being honest, I'd encourage you just to largely ignore those people. Like, they get excitement out of, or joy out of bickering with people and stuff like that, and like, you're not winning anything or changing people's minds. Man, I don't think we're gonna be able to finish this run, huh? Yeah, like, we started this run, like, thinking I was gonna be light on supplies, and then, like, I ran straight across the island thinking it would be an issue, then we got there, they're just like, you just need to go explore. We just, like, have no food. Yeah, there's no way we get through these pile of people. We probably bit off a little bit more than we could chew trying to do a 5-star at the very end. This game was fun though. It was neat. I like the dynamic of the combat having different modes. That's a pretty unique take on this kind of roguelite genre. Like, generally speaking, you're just like explicitly hacking and slashing through things. And this felt like a neat take on that. How it had kind of the rock, paper, scissors types of combat, and the Vorthos of how the different combat worked through compliments or insults to chase people off or like sway them to your side. But like a really, really neat mix of stuff. So shout out for the submission. And that's going to be it for me for tonight. I see some people using the magic command there in chat. I did post on Twitter and YouTube and the subs Discord, but I'm planning to take this month off of doing magic stuff. I just feel like I need a break, and my plan basically is to continue doing split streams in general, but my approximate schedule is going to be a little bit different. I'm planning to do Runeterra every Monday through Friday in the morning, and then after talking with Christy, the boys have been doing scout meetings on Monday night, so I think I'm not going to be live Monday, and I'm going to do variety stuff Tuesday through Saturday. So we'll see a bunch of different games lined up in here, although I believe Baldur's Gate 3 hits early access on the 6th, and I'm probably going to fit that in here one or two of these nights. Yeah, I actually reached out to the Mythgard folks today, and they hooked me up with some packs of their latest set so I could build some decks. So if people wanted to submit a couple of Mythgard decks, I'm willing to take 2 Mythgard decks to explore the expansion. So I'm taking donations to do different variety segments, and I would take a deck list submission just like I do for Runeterra when I'm playing Magic for that. So for a $25 tip, if you're someone that's into Mythgard and wants to see some Mythgard on stream, I'd be happy to do a couple of Mythgard decks for one of our evening segments to poke back into that and see what their latest expansion's like. At any rate, I'll be back tomorrow morning with some Runeterra, and then I'm actually going to be doing a little bit longer stream tomorrow. Haxity is a roguelite card game that's asked me to do a sponsored segment for them, so I'm going to do some Runeterra and then a little bit of that as well, so a little bit longer stream tomorrow morning, and then tomorrow night we're going to poke at Hades for a variety segment. So thanks everybody for hanging out tonight for some Renowned Explorers, and hopefully I'll see you soon. Peace, folks. I agree, Wookie. And for there was a so they had an interview or like a community discussion type thing with some of the people that work at Wizards, and the people in that interview today mentioned that Magic is currently more profitable than it's ever been, even during COVID. So I kind of feel like a lot of the community complaints are likely going to be falling on deaf ears, because like if they're making money hand over fist, they don't really have a reason to do things differently. Like standard's been like a dumpster fire for the last 18 months, so like, and they're more profitable than ever, so I can't imagine they're really that worried about fixing it or like making Arena less buggy, because it's been getting worse and worse and less stable, and they're still just raking in the cash. All right, at any rate, I'll catch all y'all around later. Everybody enjoy the rest of your evening. Stay safe out there. Register to vote. I saw someone say that only you can save America from fascism this fall.